There are many negative consequences associated with the trafficking and abuse of illicit and controlled substances to nations at large. Some of such consequences include, but are not limited to, the following. Illicit drugs feed organized crime, violence, and communal conflict. Many of the crises in Africa today are related to substance abuse. Illicit drug trafficking and abuse inflict severe health and socio-economic consequences on society. The drug menace leads to low productivity and therefore low legitimate individual and corporate earnings and income. Illicit drugs are capable of corrupting and completely destroying the entire fabrics of constituted authorities, including major arms of government such as the executive, the legislative, the judiciary, and their extended branches. Illicit drugs disintegrate immediate families and communities. The drug monster gingers transnational crimes, arms smuggling, banditry, terrorism, and insurgency. Dangerous drugs disrupt education and devastate the environment. It is for these and other serious sociological consequences that governments all over the world set up various agencies to officially tackle the drug scourge. Irrespective of such efforts, the underworld dealings and wheeling in illicit drugs continue to thrive, particularly in Africa. This is so because, among other reasons, there's a lack of political will to carry out effective drug law enforcement administration. For example, whereas the United States of America spends as much as $51 billion on drug law enforcement annually, the budget for similar purposes in Nigeria is about 8 billion, or the equivalent of about 17 million US dollars, out of which less than 30% is actually appropriated annually. Now, this situation is worse in several other countries around the world, especially in Africa. Hence, the illicit drug trade continues to swell. Suffice it to say that the drug monster thrives on the principle of demand and supply. Structuring drug supply channels would most definitely hamper the volume of drug demand and vice versa. In the light of aforesaid, more efforts need to be put in to effectively tackle the supply side of illicit drugs more effectively. Now, here are some of the steps that should be taken to reduce or reinforce illicit drug interdiction in Africa and elsewhere. Government must summon the political will to fight the illicit drug trafficking and abuse headlong. Deliberate efforts must be made by government to procure state-of-the-art structural measures for fighting the illicit drug war. Such structural measures should include high-performance utility vehicles, sea and aircraft, telecommunication gadgets, general operations and intelligence gathering equipment. Government would also do well to improve upon and ensure the recruitment, proper training, and deployment of adequate human factor for the prosecution of the war. Human factor for this purpose must be well motivated, giving adequate emoluments and operational compensations as incentive to minimize corrupt practices among them. Governments and their official agencies must deliberately open up valves of multi-sectoral collaboration, coordination, and cooperation pursuant to drug law enforcement operations. What is more, Government must improve upon existing drug law enforcement legislations and general criminal justice administration. Finally, we at the African Council on Narcotics, we take this opportunity to strongly advocate for the reinforcement of drug law enforcement activities in Africa and elsewhere. This is without disregard for the need to appeal to African governments to step up political will pursuant drug demand reduction. I want to thank you so very much for finding time to watch this video. Kindly share the video with others, and may God bless you. If you have any need for counseling, if you have any need for assistance of any form whatsoever, please do not hesitate to contact the African Council on Narcotics. Thank you very much.